People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com, and my soaps, Purple Butterfly soaps, could be located at people.etsy.com. And that idea with the pour the fragrance oil infused soap through the new base didn't quite work out. First of all, it changed colors because apparently there's a lot of vanilla in that fragrance oil. So it turned almost mauve brown, no blue. And then come to find out on the bottom where it first poured, there was a big old puddle of just liquid and a lot of seepage, and it was lye heavy. So I have it bubbling over there in the crock pot. I've added more of the coral reef blue. Not as much as I like, but I need this for another soap that I'm also planning, and that's the last of my coral reef blue. And the color has survived, the scent has survived because I more or less got it in there, started to cook, added a little water, and just let it bubble, and now it's in the green. So basically, it's time to get it into the mold. I put some more freezer paper down instead of the pressing skill, which leaked and made for a lye-heavy mess. Anyway, I hear it bubbling over there. It's about to do the type sound. I sprinkled the coral reef blue on one side and mixed just that one side, and I left the other side plain, so that way when it's done mixing and melding and all that, and then when I need to add water, I put the water straight through the middle, so that way both sides can absorb the water. So now what I'm going to do is literally stir it like a in the pot swirl, and then plop it into the mold, and then cap it up and come back and cut it later. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you all of that now. Ooh, and it's about the volcano, so it's a real good thing that I'm looking. And you can hear this bubbling. Okie dokie. Now, let's see if I can get it to turn around. See that? It's ready to go. And that pop, plop, plop sound and that squeak sound, that's all the air bubbles escaping, so forth and so on. And that's what you want when it's a rebatch. You want it to make that plop, plop, plop sound, because that means all the lye and all the stuff that was causing an issue that could, you know, make it lye heavy, that's gone. So in the meantime, let's give it a single stir. Not so easy because this is a 5-pound loaf. Okay, let's not do it that way. What I'm going to do instead, get out this spoon here. And I'm just going to try not to burn myself. And I'm just going to do the plop, plop, slap. Plop, plop, slap. Okay. So that covers all four corners. Now, let's get everything in the center. There we go. Now, go back through. With the scraper here. Don't you just love rebatching hot process soap? It makes a really funny, fun sound. Like splop, splop. It smells amazing. And see, that was my concern. Usually when you have to rebatch something, you literally have to cook it till there is no scent left. Well, apparently that's not the case with this. However, there is going to be no color left because, well, usually a drop swirl is a over-the-top type of design, and this has no design now because, well, you know, I am going to try to, I'll say, incorporate a design into it. Basically the same way I got the original design, because this is hot, so it kind of will work. It just might not work very well. Basically, I got it hot enough to kill the lye. It's not hot enough to kill the scent, which is why it still has a very strong scent. And that means it's also not going to be loose enough to do a lot of work with. But we're going to see. Now, in the meantime, I am going to not use the last of my coral reef glue, but a good chunk of it. Yeah, forget. And that's why wear clothes I don't like or don't need anymore when I make soap. Because if that was a permanent color, then wiping it on my shirt would just make a mess. Now, here I have some grapeseed oil. And there I have some coral reef glue. Here I have a frother. And here I have less of a mess, hopefully. Because what I'm hoping is that the color will get real good. The purpose of the what do you call it, silicone thing that I use for baking, you can fold that. So when it comes down to it, you can fold it, pour it, fold it, pour it. That was not enough. Okie dokie. So, actually, let's use a little more. Since I am hoping that it reabsorbs the oil, and makes a lovely surface design, then if it does, it'll look amazing, and if it does not, then it'll just float on the surface. But either way, I'll end up with a design that I can, you know, deal with. So now I have about a quarter cup or half a cup or whatever the amount is of oil added to this coral reef blue. And that frother decided it's not going to cooperate. But fortunately for me, I buy a lot of things in tubes. So, there we go. And this one's two-speeded. Now, I'm going to fold this and pour it. Ooh, that's pretty. And it's kind of staying at one spot. Now, what this is going to do, it's going to look really interesting. Now I'm going to take and just poke some holes. And let the color seep where it's going to go. And then I'm thinking just, you know, kind of swirl the deeper with the lighter. That way I won't mess up anything that's light in the swirl, but by the same token, anything that was darker or headed that way won't get messed up. Now, because basically I just added a bunch of oil, now I'm going to pat this down. Make it more workable. See, that gave it texture. But the problem is, that took away almost all the color. Now it's all one color, coral reef blue. Pretty, but I was kind of hoping for a design, so I think I'm just going to pick it up, flip it over. Pick it up, flip it over. Pick some up, flip it over. That gives me my swirl back. Because now, instead of all one color, I got a little white going through here. There's a little green going through here. There's a little red going through here. Where's that red coming from? Okie dokie. So, by the time it settles back down, this design is saved. The scent is saved. And the only thing I gotta do now is wait for the opportunity to cut it. Yep. Now, little smoosh down, because now it's time for a beat down. So, this has been People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com, and my soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com. That way, if this messes up the video, because sometimes my camera tends to turn off when I do a slam, at least you heard me sign off. Right. Okie dokie. So. There we go. That's how it looks now. Y'all stay blessed and stay tuned. Bye now.